Hey, yo, back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, the most anticipated college football game on today was Colorado versus TCU. We pretty much knew that it was going to be a game that was going to be televised. It was going to be a game with all eyes on every single thing down in Texas, whether it be Colorado, if you're going for Colorado, or whether you are a TCU fan going for TCU, who pretty much is coming off a national title run. Man, what a game of the ages, man. They went back and forth, and we got to talk about it, man. We definitely got to talk about it. Shedeur Sanders played lights-out football today. Throwing that football, Shedeur Sanders was the guy. Broke a school record. What? This is a great debut, man. I did not think that Shedeur Sanders would have a debut like this, throwing for 510 yards. And he was very, very accurate with the football. Shedeur Sanders definitely has put himself in the Heisman run. A lot of people was wondering and was thinking probably, could Shedeur Sanders play in the Power 5? Well, now you've got your answer on today. You saw Shedeur Sanders deliver like no other. Shedeur was on fire. Out of all the Colorado quarterbacks, Shedeur Sanders is the first one to break the school record in a long time. 510 yards with 4 touchdowns. Now, if I had to say anything that Shedeur Sanders needs to work on, this is the only thing by me watching the game on today. The only thing that I say that Shedeur needs to work on is being able to get out of that pocket and run that football. If Shedeur starts running that football, and you're not asking him to be Lamar Jackson, you're not asking him to be Michael Vick, you're not asking him to be Justin Fields, you're not asking him to do that. What you're asking him is to be able to escape the pocket, and whenever you see it's not there, get out of there and run. If you run for the first down, so be it. If you get more yards, so be it. You cannot be afraid to get out of that pocket and run that football. Other than that, that's the only knock that I had on Shedeur today as I was watching the game. I was like, come on, Shedeur, get out of there. Get out of there, man. You got to get out of there. That was the only thing. He took a couple sacks today, but other than that, he played phenomenal. Travis Hunter is the man. Travis Hunter is that dude. 11 catches for 119 yards and pretty much shut down his side of the field. I think he only had 1 completion on him, and he could have had a touchdown in this game, but it was taken away. They said he kind of bubbled the ball in the end zone, but I thought it was a touchdown, but they ended up taking it away. It's all good, man. Travis Hunter is that dude. Also, not only that, he had in the moment in the game where TCU was just charging down the field and just marching down the field, and then Travis Hunter comes up with the biggest interception in the game. And you pretty much knew when he got that interception that you knew that Travis Hunter is the real deal. I don't know whether he's the best lockdown corner in the nation or he's the best receiver. But, man, this dude can do it all, man. Travis Hunter is that dude. He is that dude, man. There is no F, buts, ands. There's no questions about it. Travis Hunter is that dude. Love his energy on the field. Love that he was out there making big plays on both sides of the ball. But today, it wasn't just about Travis Hunter. It was a freshman running back by the name of Dylan Edwards, who was phenomenal. Dylan Edwards was box office. The other guys at running back, take those guys out. Dylan Edwards should be the starting running back for this team. Yep, I said it. And I'm going to say it again. If you didn't hear me, I'm going to say it again. Dylan Edwards needs to be the starting running back as a freshman for this team. When Dylan Edwards has the ball in his hand, this kid is explosive. Now, when you're running Dylan Edwards, I don't think that you should be running Dylan Edwards right up the middle. You need to run him in the zone runs. Put a package in that he can get those zone runs or he can get those outside runs. Dylan Edwards, 4 touchdowns on today. One, I guess you can call it a rush. He kind of tossed it to him. 1 rush, 3 touchdowns catching, and the 75-yarder was nasty. Dylan takes it to the house. Dylan Edwards is the real deal. And I'm saying this to you guys now, that Dylan Edwards should be the starting running back for this team. I don't care that he's a freshman. I don't care. The rest of those running backs that I saw, they was not good. I thought I was going to see Smoke. I did not see him in the game. And I did not see Alton McCaskill. I didn't see him. I saw Hankerson, I think, and Wilkerson. Those 2 dudes, they're okay, but they don't have the speed. They don't have the explosiveness of a Dylan Edwards. If you're not going to start McCaskill or if you're not going to start Smoke, you need to start Dylan Edwards, man. Today proved to me that Dylan Edwards need to be the starting running back. This dude has been balling out in the camps, breaking long touchdown runs in the camps, and he did it today. Dylan Edwards is a playmaker. And if Colorado really want to be a dangerous team, they need to be able to use Jimmy Horn like the San Francisco 49ers use Deebo Samuels. Sometimes Deebo lines up as a running back. I think that if they used Horn just like they use Deebo Samuels, this team is going to be explosive. Him and Dylan Edwards, I believe, run a 4.3. That speed from both of those guys, and having Jimmy Horn, they didn't even give Jimmy Horn any jet sweeps. You have to be more creative with the offense. And you got to find ways to get the ball into Jimmy Horn's hand because he has phenomenal speed. Jimmy Horn balled out on today. 11 catches, 117. Travis Hunter, 11 catches, 119. Dylan Edwards out of the backfield, 5 catches, 35 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So what I'm seeing, I'm loving. But what I can say is ultimately today that Colorado has to work on their defense and their special teams. They gave up some big plays on special team, and they gave up. One thing I saw in the game is they can't stop the run. They got an issue with stopping the run. Either you get the right personnel out there that can stop the run, or you come up with a better scheme to be able to stop the run, because if not, these running backs are going to kill you all season long. And that's the only problem that I really saw from Colorado. They gave up a lot of big plays. I didn't see Shiloh give up too many big plays or anything like that. I seen him making a couple hits and things of that nature. And I'm talking about Coach Prime's son, Deion Sanders' son, Shiloh. I saw him make a couple hits. The ball wasn't really thrown in his way too much, so he wasn't able to get a pick or anything like that. But he did come up and make a couple of nice tackles. The defense got a lot of work to do, but the offense really shined in this game. The defense has to pick it up. If the Colorado Buffs want to make some noise this year and go to a bowl game this season, they're going to have to get better in stopping the run. I saw that all game long. They could not stop Trey Sanders. They couldn't stop the other running back, Bailey. And then Chandler Morris also ran on them as well. You got to be able to stop the run, man. You can't be giving up all these points like that. So the defense has to get better, but everybody else played phenomenal. As a whole, the team played well, but then they gave up a lot of big plays as well. So shout out to Shedeur Sanders breaking the school record, 510 yards passing with 4 tutties. Shout out to Travis Hunter being that dude. He is that guy. And I also got to say that Dylan Edwards is that dude as well. Dylan Edwards is going to really, really make this offense go. The speed that he has is phenomenal. The way he plays is phenomenal. I love this kid, Dylan Edwards, man. He needs to be starting. Dylan Edwards should be the starting running back for the Colorado Buffs. And then, like I said, offensively, you got to find ways to get the ball into Jimmy Horn's hand. Use that 4-3 speed. Put him in the backfield. Let him catch out the backfield. Let him catch a couple shovel passes coming across. Do a little tricky replays with Jimmy Horn so that he can use that speed. Xavier Weaver balled out today. He had 6 catches, and he was over 100 yards plus. The receivers are nice for this team. It looks like Shedeur Sanders definitely have a shot at the Heisman this season. A lot of people didn't know, and a lot of people were speculating what type of quarterback Shedeur Sanders is. You don't got to speculate no more. This dude can play, man. Shedeur can play. Only thing I want to see Shedeur do is get out of that pocket when he needs to. Get out of that pocket and use your legs, Shedeur. Don't be afraid to use your legs, bro. You got it. You got it, Shedeur. You got it. You already know how to play this game, and he's a winner, man. This dude has been winning ever since he was in high school. Even probably as a kid, this kid was winning. He come from a winning family, man. So I want to see Shedeur use those legs a little bit more, just like Chandler Morris was using his legs. I know that Shedeur can use his legs as well. But other than that, man, very good game from Coach Prime in his debut. And just like he told you in the beginning, we coming. So next Saturday, it's going to be crazy in Colorado. You think that this game was something in TCU? You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till this game go down in Colorado on Saturday against Nebraska. It's going down. All right, you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is the Keeping It Raw podcast. I'm out of here. Peace.